I believe we may have just went through a week unlike any other that we have known for a very long time, if ever. I believe some things shifted in the spirit realm, shifted in the political realm, shifted in the natural realm. I believe that it is the beginning of the end, meaning the end of the church age. Jesus is coming soon. We're going to show you what's happening all around the world, in our own country and around the world, that points us to something big is about to happen. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Let's go.
You're watching The Big Picture.
Yes, you are watching The Big Picture. We're going to bring in the queen right now. Here she comes. Here she comes. There she is.
Okay, speed talker. Yeah.
You're always my queen, baby. You're always my queen.
You're a fast talker tonight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I feel a little somber, and I hope that I can, that you guys can bring me out of this because, yeah, it's been a week.
It's been a week. It's been a month. It's been a year.
Yeah.
It's been, what has it been, 8 months, 9 months? It's been 9 months, a little less than 9 months of crazy Trump agenda, right?
No.
January 20th. 8 months.
8 months.
8 months. 8 months.
Only 8 months.
Only 8 months?
Mm-hmm. January 20th.
My goodness. What is the next 3 years going to be like?
Exactly. I don't know if I'm out of line mentioning this, but
Be careful. Right off the bat.
Yeah.
Look out.
Just gonna go ahead and say this.
Just go ahead and say it.
No, it's not funny.
Oh, it's not? Okay.
I
know what you're going to say. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you was going to talk about it.
Today is the 1 year anniversary of my father's death, and I've done good all day. I've been good, haven't I?
You have.
I've done excellent in my own opinion.
You have been good.
But I feel that I would be remiss if I didn't mention it because I have felt it so strong in this last year. Forgive me. I'm probably setting this thing off on the completely wrong course, but I thank you all. You prayed for me. You prayed for my dad when it was the end of his life, and I thank you all for doing that. It was just his time, and even in the way he died, I felt like there was so much. I felt that there was mercy, that he didn't struggle a long time with the cancers that he had. And I don't know. It just feels like it would not be appropriate if I did not mention thank you for that super chat. If I did not honor my father and mention that this has been 1 year. And I'm grateful to all of you for your prayers. I'm grateful to my church family who supported me. My father was a big part of our church. He was an elder at our church.
Giant.
And I'm thankful to my personal family who was there with me because, me and my brother moved in. When I found out my father's condition in the hospital, I took him straight back to his home. I moved in with him that evening, and me and my brother were there, and we shared responsibility along with other wonderful family members and people in our community who brought us food and prayed for us and helped us. And I'm thankful to each and every one of you, and I'm thankful mostly to God.
Yeah.
Because, he chose each and every one of you to be born at this time.
Think about it.
In this country, if you are living in America.
Listen.
You were blessed. We were chosen for this day and for this time, even in the struggles that we have. And God chose me to have the specific father that I had, and I was blessed beyond measure.
Yes.
And I thank God. And I thank my dad.
Yeah.
I'm thankful to my dad that he was a wonderful man, an example to me. And I miss you, Dad. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I've been so good all day.
Okay. It's okay, babe.
But it's been a year of grief. And I've tried to shed my tears in private. And God has certainly helped me get through it. But it just is what it is.
Yeah.
I absolutely did not plan this time.
No.
I apologize again.
There's
It's
nothing,
just,
no, baby. No.
it's happening.
This
This is just happening.
This is our people. This is our people.
Oh, thank you.
They're with you. They're all with you.
For those
baby.
of you who were saying kind things
They're
and
with you,
looking
baby.
over me for having this breakdown.
No, you're not having a breakdown.
I promise you, I did not see
No.
this happening this way.
No, I know you didn't. But
Anyway,
it's God, baby.
maybe maybe it's a God thing.
It's God.
I love you, Dad.
Yeah.
And I thank my Heavenly Father for allowing me to have this wonderful man in my life. I thank my father for being the man that he was. And I thank you all for this, however long this has gone on, these past few minutes. I love you all, and on to the news.
Well,
I guess I was just, I told you earlier, look, maybe that little breakdown I had yesterday
yeah, we talked about it yesterday.
was all I needed, because I will say one more thing. I have felt
Do you need me to go get you anything?
No, I'll be okay.
I mean, like a Kleenex or anything?
I'll be okay.
Okay.
I had felt this day. I had felt the shadow of this day.
Yeah.
I could feel it. I had an awareness that there was a shadow literally lingering behind me, over me, looming, of this day coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's okay. I'm going to beat this thing. We're going to get through. It's going to be okay. And I even told you yesterday, I had a little breakdown with you yesterday over our meal after church. And I'm like, I cried and I did all this and we talked about it. I was like, okay, yes, maybe this was. And then even today, about a couple hours ago, I said, look, I've done great today. Aren't you proud of me? Only to get to the show and have an utter meltdown. So
Well,
I love you all, and thank you for bearing with me.
Look, we're going to get into the news, but Sandy, I want to say that,
Woo!
I think the reason it happened is because
Wow.
this is how special our family, our Big Picture family, has become to us.
Yes.
Is that you felt like you needed to honor him there. And let me just say, let me say this.
Not only did I
Durwood. Wait a minute. I want to say
okay.
his name. Durwood Moats.
Durwood Moats, what a name,
I want
right?
to honor him. Durwood Moats.
Yeah.
The greatest example of a man that I ever had in my life.
Wow.
The first true example of a father.
Mm.
I mean, wow. He was absolutely a pillar of our church.
He was.
The greatest example of a father and a husband.
Such a kind heart.
man.
Wonderful, beautiful
He deserves
spirit.
to be honored tonight.
I mean,
I loved him so much.
wow. It just an example of how to have grace and mercy with people. I never heard my father personally attack anyone.
Not a single time.
It just wasn't his nature.
He loved God with all his heart. He
did.
was such a man of God.
I learned so much about love and honor of family, the importance of family, and being intentional about coming together with family, not just over the holidays, but trying to be with family as often as you can, and to love them and to hold them in high regard. And quite frankly, sometimes we have people in our family that it's hard to be around. Learned how to have social graces and mercy and patience with some people that maybe it's not so easy to be around. But definitely didn't plan this, but I think, yes, I wanted to honor my father in this way, but I don't know, maybe somehow deep down I felt comfortable enough with you all.
That's right.
That you're my friends and family.
That's right.
Because definitely didn't plan this. Maybe at this, my spirit just felt I could do this, and I don't know. It's 7:15. I thought that was going to be like
Don't
a little
matter.
minute and a half
Don't matter.
recognition of my dad.
In my opinion,
Okay.
I could close the show right now, and it would be a great show.
Oh my goodness!
Without sharing a single news item, because that's how much I want to honor him. And one more thing I want to say about Durwood is, can you imagine the grace that it took for a man to be a true, red-blooded American man, okay, served in the military, coal miner,
yes.
welder,
Yeah.
great father, great husband, but he was a man of honor, because think about how unusual it was that his daughter and son-in-law were his pastors.
Yes.
And he honored us as his pastors.
Absolutely.
To the day he died. He has such respect for the call on our lives.
He did.
We
spoke of it many times.
Many times. Amazing.
Unprovoked. Just, I don't know. I can't say enough.
Well, a lot of people in the live chat are saying they didn't have a father like that. And you know what? Neither did I. If you know my story, I had a very abusive father. I had no kind of father figure. And
I know that so
why.
many of you that is your story
Yeah.
and your life experience, and that is why I am so grateful, and I want to honor my father, because I knew that I had a special gift. I knew that God had been so kind to me in that aspect.
Yeah.
And even though unplanned, until this last moment that I wanted to speak about it.
Yeah.
It's very important to me.
Yeah.
And I'm so thankful. I'm so appreciative.
Amen. I'm proud of you, babe.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. Thank you for your patience with me tonight. Wow.
How do we go from that?
I don't even know.
I don't know how to follow that.
I don't even know.
Well, you sure you want to do this, or you want to just call it a night?
Oh no. It's on, baby.
It's
Let's
on.
go.
All right, here we go.
You're watching The Big Picture.
All right, here we go. All right. Oh, breaking news tonight. Breaking news. Go. Let's lead with this amazing news tonight. Everybody wants to know Jimmy Kimmel is coming back to ABC.
Oh, joy. All of you who were crying.
Oh, thank you for that super sticker, Sheila.
Yes, thank
But you know what?
Sheila.
Did we not all know this was going to happen? He did not get fired. We knew that he didn't get fired. He got suspended. And because he was suspended, I told you, I said, it won't even be a week, and it's only 6 days.
Okay, so
And
I
he's
might
back.
have a little bit different take on everything.
Okay.
So if I'm not mistaken, I believe I had heard that Kimmel's days were numbered because who had been canceled before he got suspended?
Colbert. Stephen
Colbert.
Colbert.
So and honestly, that was not a surprise to me when Colbert was, all that announcement came out, because let's face it, they're not funny anymore.
Look, they wanted to get rid of him, but the powerful liberals pushed back on such a level that they were making it miserable for them. And then this whole thing about free speech,
Right.
they were accusing the FCC of doing and all this. The bottom line is this: the ratings were horrible.
Exactly.
And they've lost millions and millions of dollars every year on these programs. But they keep doing it because they're not funny anymore. They're not comedy shows.
So let's talk about this.
When we first got married, I watched it every
My
night.
hair is a
Remember that? I mean, I would say, you'd say,
Yes.
why are you watching that?
Yes.
Because I like to have a laugh every once. It used to be funny.
It used to
And I
be
just couldn't
funny.
watch it anymore.
Okay,
It's
so
ridiculous.
you're losing viewers, you're losing money. How long can we prop this up when people don't want to see this anymore?
Yep.
Because basically you've turned this into a political platform, and we're just not down for it anymore.
Yep.
So obviously he got axed.
Yep.
So then this suspension comes for Kimmel after I'm hearing his days are numbered. So I'm confused.
Yeah.
So my take on it is this. He gets in trouble over the Charlie Kirk comments, right? He gets suspension.
Right.
So people start supposedly getting angry and the chatter gets up or whatever. Was this thing just a ploy?
Absolutely.
A groundswell to renew some interest? So maybe we can stretch this out
the
a
ratings
little
are going to be
longer?
through the roof on Tuesday.
So that's my take on it.
Yeah. People's going to watch it just to see the chaos of what happens. But, Is what it is. Let's just read the article. ABC has announced the swift return of late night host Jimmy Kimmel to his show, Jimmy Kimmel Live, just 6 days after suspending him for false comments linking the assassination of conservative icon Charlie Kirk to the MAGA movement. Kirk, the founder of Turning Point USA, blah, 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 says Kimmel wasted no time exploiting the national mourning for political points. On September 15th, during his monologue, Kimmel lied to tie the suspected killer to the MAGA movement. The backlash was swift and intense. FCC Chairman Brendan Carr stepping in to pressure ABC to take action against the host's false claims. Hollywood Reporter explained on Wednesday, FCC Chairman Brendan Carr threatened the ABC affiliate licenses over the comment. Nexstar backed out, Sinclair backed out, and then, of course, they announced the suspension on September 17th. The move sparked massive protests by Hollywood elites, prominent Democrats, and politicians. And then on Monday, the 22nd, ABC announced that he would be returning to air on Tuesday. The network also claimed his statements were ill-timed, ignoring that they were entirely false. Quote, this is their tweet they put out. Last Wednesday, we made the decision to suspend production on the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional moment in our history. The decision we made because we felt some of the comments were ill-timed and thus insensitive. Yeah. We have spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Jimmy, and after those conversations, we reached the decision to return the show on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. So I really don't even care about this.
He's returning tomorrow on the Rapture Day.
That's true.
You know what? I know some of you are keen to this, the whole about the numbers thing, and we're doing stuff on cosmically important days and blah, 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 blah. But seriously, he's coming back on Rapture Day.
Yeah. Look,
if there's a secret,
everybody take a chill pill on Rapture Day, okay?
Okay,
because they're about to blow you up, baby.
Okay,
you don't even know the comments I get when I say that.
I'm not down. Okay, I'm just saying. What is the message here?
Yeah,
is there a secret message here? If there is, I want to know.
Right. All right. So we must cover, even though it's been a couple of weeks now, coming up on a couple of weeks since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, we do need to really cover what happened yesterday. I mean, yesterday was unlike anything any of us have ever seen. Quite frankly, I would feel safe to say any of us in our lifetime had never seen anything on that level. The memorial service for Charlie Kirk and all that came out. I think that thing was 7.5 hours long. Crazy. But I wanted to start by just showing you one TikTok of millions that were like this. And I really, really wanted to show this girl because she really looks extremely silly right now. This is what they thought would happen. Take it, unmute it.
Thing is that the best part of this whole
this was literally the day he was killed. She made this.
The best part of this whole goddamn thing is that he is not martyr material, so his death will mean nothing. It will activate no one. It will impact few. It's just great.
So, my apologies for the GD, but
hey, she's making it on tonight's chicken list.
Yeah, exactly. So she said this will have no impact whatsoever. You think it's going to be a martyr? This was the day he was killed. She's just excited. Listen, you think he was such, blah, 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 blah. Nothing is going to come out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday in Arizona, there were more people gathered for number one of a memorial service ever. And more people heard the gospel of Jesus Christ in a single day than any time, listen, and this is a fact, in human history. 70,000 in the arena, upwards of 30 or 40,000 outside in another stadium. They say 100,000 total outside.
Outside of the big stadium?
Outside of the big stadium, not to mention tens of thousands at the TP, what is this thing called? The Turning Point USA's headquarters. They had a giant screen. And it was on YouTube. It was on every major television outlet. It was being streamed everywhere. Local chapters of Turning Point.
The stadiums were in Arizona?
Arizona, yes.
I know how warm it was here.
Oh, it was extremely hot.
I cannot imagine.
They got out there at 2:30 and 3 o'clock in the morning standing in line just to get in there. Well, nothing of the whole night. Now, I have not watched it all. We had church, then we had stuff after church. It was going on during church. But I did a show last night about it. You know, go back and watch it if you hadn't seen it yet. And by the way, we had an altar call, and I've got testimonies of people being saved, delivered, and healed from that show last night. But nothing could touch Erica when she did her speech. And the moment that I'm just going to show you here is just a few minutes that everyone is talking about today is when she got to this point right here, y'all. If this don't touch you, there's something seriously wrong with you.
That young man on the cross, our Savior said, "Father, forgive them, for they not know what they do." That man, that young man, I forgive him.
Wow.
I forgive him because it was what Christ did and is what Charlie would do. The answer to hate is not hate. The answer we know from the gospel is love, and always love. Love for our enemies and love for those who persecute us.
Wow. Say whatever you want to say. I'm telling you, if you are a human being and you have any kind of heart, I don't care if you hated every single thing Charlie Kirk ever said. It is unbelievable to me, and I'm not even going to show them tonight. There are radical left people, crazy, demonically possessed people mocking her, saying she is a fake and a fraud, and that she didn't even love her husband, and all this kind of stuff. That it was all a business deal. I mean, people, she did this, I love you, while President Trump, she's like this, there's things all over, she's giving the demonic, the demon symbol, all this. Can you all, I love you, but can you all just be quiet and just take a deep breath and let this wife and mother grieve and mourn? She hasn't even had a week yet.
No.
She was interviewed by the New York Times, and she gave them 2 hours, and there was no question off limits. I've only read samples of it. She said, "I have still not gone back in our bedroom." She said, "I cannot make myself go back in the bedroom." And she said, "I've been rotating around the house, sleeping in different places. I can't sleep in our bed. I can't even open the door and go in there and look." But yet she's strong enough to do this. But in the real world, this is still a wife.
Right.
This is still a mother. She still has 2 small children that are wondering where their daddy is.
Yeah,
So just stop it.
I've seen a lot of those posts about the hand motions, signals, whatever. But yeah,
Don't even entertain
a
it.
lot of people have been triggered all the way back to the day of his death up until now, obviously. Just the sheer hatred, just the mean comments, just quite frankly, the feeling empowered to do so and to say so.
Because this has made it so easy for us to be cowards.
Yeah.
I mean, I got them hitting me all the time, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not this big bad dude. I'm not like Hulk Hogan or nothing. I don't profess to be some big fighter or whatever. No. But you know what? These people ain't got the guts to say it to my face, but they can say it there. They can make a little video and they can be so big and bad, but they won't say it to their face. And it's because that's what media has done. It has created weekend warriors, people who are so-called experts on God and the devil and rituals and all this. And all they know is what some other YouTuber told them. That's it.
Sure.
They don't know anything else other than what some other YouTuber told them.
What?
And you don't even know if what they told you was true. And I'm about done with them.
What you're saying is true.
I'm getting mad.
But I think, I see that. So I'm going to try to reroute a little bit.
Okay.
What you're saying is true. But I guess I'm trying to lean into the, not the empowerment, but just the state of where we are, that you even have such strong opinions and, quite frankly, for some people, such hatred, that it's there in the first place.
True.
I mean, there's the other aspect of you feel empowered, that you have a personal platform, that you have the freedom. Yeah, you've got freedom of speech. Absolutely.
Yes.
And obviously people are going to use those platforms to say what they think and how they feel. But the fact that we're at this juncture of so much angst, so much hate.
Say it. Go ahead. Preach a little bit.
It just is it's just an absolute telling of the state of this world.
You're exactly right. I didn't mean to play
okay.
that while you were talking. Well, the one that I didn't see coming, I knew he loved God and he said he loved God, but I ain't never heard a politician say what I heard Marco Rubio say.
Yeah.
In fact, can I just be real? Because I'm still, y'all, I'm in that preacher mode here lately. Have y'all noticed that?
We noticed.
Okay. I ain't seen many preachers in their pulpits preach what Marco Rubio said as a member of the government, high up,
right.
Secretary of State. And he stands at this memorial talking about Charlie Kirk, but more than anything, talking about Jesus Christ. Listen to the words of Marco Rubio. If you have not heard this, you're about to be stunned.
One of the things he wants us to take away from this, from all of this, is the following. His deep belief that we were all created, every single one of us, before the beginning of time, by the hands of the God of the universe, an all-powerful God, who loved us and created us for the purpose of living with him in eternity. But then sin entered the world and separated us from our Creator. And so God took on the form of a man and came down and lived among us. And he suffered like men. And he died like a man. But on the third day, he rose unlike any mortal man. And to prove any doubters wrong, he ate with his disciples so they could see, and they touched his wounds. He didn't rise as a ghost or as a spirit, but as flesh. And then he rose to the heaven, but he promised he would return. And he will. And when he returns, because he took on that death, because he carried that cross, we were freed from the sin that separated us from him. And when he returns, there will be a new heaven and a new earth, and we will all be together, and we are going to have a great reunion there again with Charlie and all the people we love. Thank you, and God bless you.
Yeah. Woo! You're right. I did not see that one coming, and that was great.
Dude, what did we just witness?
Exactly. I mean,
the man laid it out.
Chime in. I already see one amen, Marco. Marco did wonderful. I mean, guys, did anybody have any idea that Bootsy would bring it like that? Go Bootsy.
Why you call him Bootsy? You sure that ain't Governor DeSantis?
No, that's what Trump called him in his first.
I thought he called him little man.
Let's don't.
Whatever.
Walk lightly.
Whatever. Don't matter.
You're getting into some territory we don't need to go to. But Bootsy. They call him Bootsy.
Okay. Whatever. Guess what? They like each other now, I think.
Yeah, they're happy together now.
But I'm going to tell you something. Dude, when's the last time you heard your pastor talk about sin? When's the last time you heard your pastor say Jesus is coming back? Dude, he just laid it out. I was proud of Marco.
All right. So since you're going there, I guess we might as well spend at least a minute here. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I was not following Charlie Kirk. You were.
Yes.
And you made many comments.
Yeah.
Over the years, and you loved Charlie Kirk.
Absolutely.
And that's great. I was so happy for you, man. I'm limited on time here, so got to choose who to follow and everything.
Well, baby, listen, we all know Charlie Kirk didn't talk about Nephilim. So
he wasn't talking about Nephilim. But here's the point. Who would have thought the death of what we consider a spiritual leader, not, everybody wants to tag him with political leader. Yeah. We consider him spiritual leader. Who would have thought his death would start dividing the church?
The church.
Am I going to have to preach here? Go get me a soapbox. I really don't want to. But I did just want to mention that because how odd is that?
Yeah, well, we would be remiss if we did not hear from the other side. And you know what I love about the radical atheistic left? They're so good at telling us what Jesus would do.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
They don't ever want to miss an opportunity to do that.
Yeah. So none other than Don Lemon gets on X and he explains to us what Jesus would have really wanted. And I don't know if his husband is anywhere around him, but let's listen to what Don Lemon's take on the memorial service.
And these are the things that they said Charlie Kirk stood for. He was a man of faith. And the reason that struck me so is because I got a text from a friend who said, I am a black woman. The person who babysits my child is a black woman from Jamaica. And she says, Charlie Kirk was a person of faith. And I say to them, okay, so what does that mean, a person of faith? How does a person of faith act?
Tell us.
How does a person who really believes in what God and the scriptures say, the true meaning of it, not the distorted meaning, how would they treat the least of these? So what I say now is that what happened in Arizona this weekend was not just a memorial. It was something else entirely. People will tell you that it is about grief. It was about grief, about honoring a man's life, about faith. And on the surface, maybe it looked like that.
Maybe it looked like that.
Tens of thousands gathered. The music swelled. I'm sure some of you saw it. I just saw some of the sound bites. There were prayers and tears and moments of silence. But if you stayed long enough for the little bit that I could stay.
Here it is.
And then I said, you know what, I'm out. If you listen long enough and close enough, if you stayed long enough and you listen close enough, you could feel the ground shifting beneath you, because that wasn't just about a man who died. This was about a movement claiming divine permission to rule. Can I get a witness?
You see what he did?
And all of the sound bites and the words used will reveal to you exactly what I said. It was a revival meeting wrapped in a memorial. I'm from the South.
Exactly.
Southern Baptist. Went to Catholic school. You know what a revival meeting is, right? That is the holiest of holy rollers.
Yeah.
Having a revival. Let the church say amen. It was a revival meeting wrapped in a memorial, a political rally dressed as church. And by the end of the night, it was clear this was not only about Charlie Kirk's death. It was about his afterlife in politics. Donald Trump stood on the stage like a man at the center of a prophecy. He called Charlie Kirk a martyr. Other politicians promised to carry out his mission. The crowd cheered as if the passing of the man had lit some sort of sacred fire. To me, this was not mourning. This was a mobilization. And here is where we have to tell the truth here. What we saw in that arena was not simply faith-finding public expression. It was religious nationalism on full display.
There it is.
That is the truth. That is my truth. This is my freedom.
Did you hear that? That is my truth. Christian nationalism, that's the term that they're about to blow up.
Right.
Christian nationalism.
We were actually introduced to that back in the Biden administration.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's maybe close to 2 years at least old.
Yep. All right. So let's get a little bit more here, because what he's doing, by the way, several things that he said in a mocking way, he was really saying the truth. He said that was not a memorial service. That was a revival meeting.
Yeah.
He said if you watched it close enough, you felt the ground shaking beneath you. You felt like this was a movement that was established. You almost got it, Mr. Lemon. But you're mocking. In your mocking, you are proclaiming the truth.
I gotta ask the question. What is his platform now?
He don't have anything else except this, like me and you.
Right.
We got the same thing.
He's not working at a network or whatever.
Nobody wants him.
Right. But yet, do you think that these are all his words, or do you think possibly someone handed him a script?
Of course. Yeah. He is. All right, so let's get a little bit more. I mean, he is a player in that.
Sure.
But he's just a man lost. He don't have a network. So he walks around the street and does man on the street stuff on his YouTube channel. I mean, but now he's going to tell us, he's like, can I get a witness? I mean, what was that? That was trying to play up something to make you relate to him, that he knew what he was talking about.
Again, I have a question.
Can I get a witness?
Okay. Is the term tool, because it's like, even though he's not with a network, it's like he's still being used.
Of course he is.
So
probably by the networks.
So
because the networks are being used.
being propped up and funded.
Of course.
Because he's got to go on with this lifestyle, even if it's looking like he's not at the same, living at the same level that he was when he had a network job.
Well, apparently now he's a theologian. So let's hear a little bit more about what Don Lemon tells me that I should think about Jesus.
Of expression. This is my First Amendment right to be able to tell you the truth from my point of view. Not just from my point of view. This is what it is.
Oh, it is? Okay.
The language was unmistakable. Take the nation back for God. Restore America's covenant. This is a holy calling. That's what it sounded like.
It didn't sound that way. That's what they said.
This is the language of domination.
That's the language of the kingdom.
Because I feel many people, when I wrote this book, said, I had no idea that you were a person of faith, that you had such strong beliefs.
No, I didn't either. I'm not trying to question you, but dude, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence taken by force. Come on.
In the Almighty.
Blood pressure.
And I say, because faith is a private matter.
No, it's not.
It convicts.
No, it's not.
It calls us to humility.
He wants us to be a silent witness.
When faith fuses with power, it begins to ask for something else. It asks for obedience. It divides the country into the saved.
That ain't what was going on.
And the damned, the chosen.
It divides the country between the saved and the damned. Look, man, let me tell you something, Don Lemon, because I know you watch my show. Okay, so Don, listen to me. You must have some Bible in you. But you are twisting that. But what you're saying is truth, but you're trying to mock it into truth. There is only the saved and the unsaved, not the Democrat and the Republican, not whatever your color skin is.
Right.
There's the saved and the unsaved. And guess what? Nowhere in the New Testament does it ever say that faith is a private thing. That is the biggest lie ever sold by the devil on the church. It is a very public thing.
Well,
Go.
He wants you to be politically correct. And hey, even right now on September 22nd, 2025, there still isn't a political answer for a spiritual problem.
Woo! Did y'all hear the woman of God?
We've said that before. And quite frankly, I stole it from Steve Quayle, and he's got some good ones. But it's so true.
So true.
What is that you say you're not going to legislate holiness or?
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
And so, he wants to, quite frankly, say that, we're politicizing or we need to be politically correct or whatever. I'm sorry. It does not work in this instance.
No, let's go back to church with Don Lemon just for a little bit longer. See if I can get another amen out of me.
And the condemned. It turns opponents into enemies of God. And when politicians wrap themselves in scripture, they are not calling us to virtue. They are demanding submission.
Submission to what?
That is why this matters. It matters to me. That's why it should matter to you and to everyone.
What?
Thanks to Vic for that.
Thank you, Vic.
You have to see beneath. You have to see beyond the illusion.
Huh. The big picture? Is that what he's talking about?
The
You have
illusion
to
of the Bible?
remove
What?
the filter of ideology from your eyes and your spirit.
I feel so spiritually enlightened, so education. So I got such a great education now on scripture. I've been educated.
Well, look, again.
Don, I'm praying I'm praying for his soul.
He has his freedom of speech.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
and
praying
he
for
will
him.
have the many who will follow him and want to hear that and think the same way. And that's his right and all of their right. We don't feel that way and we don't agree.
No, we don't agree.
So we're going to use this platform.
What part of go into all the world is private?
Right.
What part of how can they believe in what they
Right.
have not heard, and how can they hear without a preacher, and how can he preach unless he be sent? Well,
Very
if
good.
I had I got to get me a sound effect of a Hammond B3 organ.
You should.
I got to find me one where I can go.
That will be great.
And then have
You
like
need
a
to do
praise
that.
break too. And then we could just do a praise break.
Are y'all down for praise break?
Hallelujah.
Y'all sound off in chat and let us know
How many wants
if you're,
us to do a praise break?
if you are in for a praise break.
If you even know what a praise break is, come on. If you know what a praise break is, let me
Or
know.
if you're just down for just Hammond B3 organ sounds.
Well, you will get to see us dance at the end. I know everybody
What?
looks forward to that.
No, I'm going to do that.
Okay, so another interesting thing that happened, podcast host Benny Johnson, behind the scenes story of how Elon Musk was reunited, and it feels so good. Reunited, understood.
There's one perfect
kiss, something.
This one is it.
Man, we ain't sang that song in a long time.
We're so excited because we're reunited, like Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
So President Trump and Charlie Kirk's memorial. Oh, look, everybody's pointing out their hands.
Oh yeah,
That's the shot.
Doing the
Everybody's
hand signals again.
doing the hand signals.
Whoop.
Podcast Benny Johnson told the behind-the-scenes story of Elon Musk reuniting with President Trump at Charlie Kirk's memorial after the two had a very public split. Earlier this year, Elon Musk and President Trump had a falling out over the big, beautiful bill. After previously exchanging public barbs, President Trump and Elon Musk sat side by side at Charlie Kirk's memorial service on Sunday. Benny Johnson said, Elon Musk called for unity. Elon came to all of us and said, if we don't hang together, we'll surely hang separately. So let us unite. I was proud to sit with my president, Benny Johnson said. He continued. So backstage, Elon Musk embraced Erica Kirk and she's crying in his arms, and they're hugging, and it's really profound. This was after the speeches. This was after the program, and this was the words that Elon Musk said to us in this small little group with Erica Kirk. And he said, this is why I am proud. I was proud to sit with my president today. Charlie dreamed of this, uniting Elon Musk and Donald Trump after their falling out. Two powerful men reconciled because of him. Amazing things are happening. Even in death, Charlie is bringing together forces the world thought would never reunite. So I thought that was a good story there. You know, you never know what part of it's true and what's not, but I still feel like that's a great story.
Does it feel like a saga with those two?
Speaking of a saga, look, I'm being funny, but I'm not trying to openly be mocking of this. Okay.
Okay.
But did you know that the rapture's tomorrow?
I've heard rumors. I've heard things.
So you know what? If it is, so be it.
Are you going to be like those people? Get me out of here!
I've so often said, I told my church,
I need to get out of here.
I know it says we change in the twinkling of an eye, but I'm hoping that when we cross dimensions, and when we cross time is no longer holding us back or whatever, that we can see things in slow motion. I hope I'm going up and I'm just looking at people. I see you and I say, we made it, baby. We made it. Yeah. We're looking for our kids. We got our kids. We got our grandkids. We're high-fiving people. Who knows? But tomorrow, the whole world has heard about this. It's all over YouTube. I personally, full disclosure here, I did a show, it's clickbait. I mean, it's amazing how many people would put in the comments, you are a false prophet. You do not know the day nor the hour. And I wanted to comment saying, apparently you didn't watch the show. Because I was trying to get you to watch the show by that title. I've openly said I do not believe in date setting. And more than likely, the one day he's not coming back is probably tomorrow.
Did we not do this in like 2017?
Oh, yeah.
Haven't we already done this on the 23rd of September? Was that not the...
Oh, yeah. Now, there is something about September 23rd. It's in a lot of movies.
Apparently, it wasn't the rapture in 2017.
No. And what was the 88 reasons he's coming back in 88? Remember that?
Yeah.
We was dating. He was about to get married. But it all came from, I don't know if you know this, where it originated. It originated from this pastor. This African pastor, and his name is Brother Joshua, and I don't know what African nation he's from, but he is the one that had the vision and has started all of this. So apparently he's had some very accurate prophecies. He's a student of scripture. He is all in, y'all. So I think we should watch this because people are wondering about this. Where did this come from? Why are people thinking this? It's because of this person coming on this show. This is a show in Africa there. Two twin sisters host this show, and he's the guest. And this is when he begins to reveal it.
Charlie appeared in front of me and told me on the 23rd and the 24th of the Feast of Trumpets in September 2025, I will come to take my church. Charlie appeared.
All right, so it's a long show. That's just a short. And then this is just some subsequent shows where he comes back and reiterates.
I'll say this again. The date of the 23rd, which is going to be the rapture of the church, this date is irrefutable.
It's final.
It is final. This date cannot be disproven. In fact, no one has disproven this date. People have said a lot of things on the internet, but no one has disproven.
So he's all in.
You know what?
He's all in.
I have no motivation to make fun of this.
No, I'm not making fun of him either.
Or ridicule this man. None whatsoever.
No.
But come on. If Jesus Christ himself told us, I don't even know.
Right.
Then why should we give any credence to this one individual knowing?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Maybe something spectacular happens and it does shake some people and draw them closer to God and make them examine their life and, get some things that needed to be gotten right.
Yeah.
But we can't, come on, guys.
I got two sides of this coin I want to say. Number one, I feel like, if it happens tomorrow, we'll all be glad that he's right.
Yes.
Come on, let's just tell like it is. We'll all be
we
like,
won't be mad.
when we get to heaven, we'll be like, you're the man.
Yes.
But what's going to happen, I feel like, that if the rapture doesn't take place tomorrow, it's going to be sort of like the boy that cries wolf type thing. And the Bible says, and I'm not blaming him, because I'm sure he's done the calculations. He says he heard a vision from God. That's between him and God. But the reality is this. The Bible says one of the signs of the end times is there will be scoffers saying, where is the sign of your returning? And so Peter makes it very clear to us that one of the signs is going to be an uprising of people mocking those that are saying Jesus is coming. And it's going to be harder for people to preach. Every time we have one of these happen, you'll be like, oh yeah, forget it, man. And then what that's done is that's moved, and a lot of you do not believe in the rapture. Many of you do not believe in the pre-tribulation rapture, and that's okay. But you're not going to change my mind. I am there where I'm at. You can call me a false prophet if you want to. I could go both ways with that if you wanted me to, but I'm not going to do that because I don't believe that's an essential issue. That is not a salvation issue. But the reality is this. It's going to make it more difficult for people to teach eschatology and end times prophecy because people are going to say, oh, you're just one of them, like the guy that says it's going to happen on the 23rd. Okay. The second thing I want to say is this. I don't belittle the fact that there is something very unique about September 23rd, the Feast of Trumpets, everything that's going down, the celestial aligning of certain stars and planets. And there is a lot of stuff going on this year.
Yes.
So I believe something very spiritually significant is going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, we may not know for a while what it is. Exactly. I feel like that shift has already begun. You can feel it.
Yeah.
You can feel something shifting. Man, my goodness, yesterday in our service, you could feel the last 2 weeks especially, but yesterday you just felt something shifting. Everyone in that church felt it. And pastors that I've talked to has felt it. So I do believe that we're in a very spiritually significant place. Is the rapture going to take place tomorrow? I don't know. I tend to say probably not, simply because no man knows the day nor hour, and it's going to come as a thief in the night. But I digress to say that I don't want us to belittle tomorrow. I want us to get up not worried to death that, we're going to lose our loved ones and all this, but let it drive you as if it is going to happen. Let me ask you a question. What if you really believed, you truly believed it was going to happen tomorrow, would you not be telling your family about Jesus? Would you not be trying to get as many people saved as possible? So why don't we just live like it's possible any day?
Exactly.
And that could change everything.
So I have a question. We both feel that tomorrow is probably not the day. And so what if there are scoffers? If you have friends, coworkers, whatever, and they're just, on the 24th, it didn't happen.
Just getting ready to mock you.
And they're just all mad and angry and have questions. Do you have any advice of how to approach them? What can you say? I mean, it's not our job to fix the world and all their problems, answer all their questions, but out of compassion, I would want to say something uplifting or helpful, to a person who is confused or angry or whatever. So what do you recommend?
Well, my first thing I would say is that we have been commanded to live every day like it's that day. Right. And I would just tell these people that, are you speaking from the sense of someone that's a coworker that thought it was going to happen and it didn't happen and they're devastated, or just wanting to mock you and make fun of you?
Just a person that maybe want to be a mocker, or maybe they're just angry or just have questions.
You just got to take the high road, and you just got to say, well, you know what? I understand this was one person saying that. My personal belief is I live every day like it could be my last day. And I'm not in the date setting thing. My Bible tells me not to do that. So I pray for the brother. I'm not mocking the brother, but the fact that the rapture happened today does not affect my faith whatsoever. Very good. In fact, I would even then turn it on them and say, the fact that you're mocking or making fun of me means that you were at least paying attention to it. You were at least watching videos, or you heard it, and you was making fun of it, but you heard it, so it interested you enough.
You're interested enough to ask questions.
Yeah, so can I tell you a little bit about the Bible? Yeah. Can I tell you a little bit about the conditions of the last days and what Jesus told us how we're supposed to live? And it may be an open door.
I think that's great. I think attacking this gentleman is futile. It's not the answer. It's not within the character of Christ. But, certainly I wasn't even talking about this with anyone, but, and probably most of you were not going around your job saying, get ready, guys. I'm not going to be here much longer. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure
most of y'all some people have quit their jobs. Some people have quit they've quit school.
I know that's entirely possible, but I know that probably most people here did not do that. Yeah, exactly. And you you may have joked around about it, but probably you didn't even do that. But I'm just saying, if a door opens for any of us of people saying, oh, I thought y'all were going to be gone by now, how can we respond to that? Yeah. How can we approach that?
Well, what I think, and I'll say one more thing and then we'll get back to the news, is you can't ever go wrong just going back to what the Bible says. Exactly. And where we mess up a lot of times is when we inject our opinion and when we start saying, well, so-and-so, I watched this video and he said this. Well, you know what? That guy might be right, but a lot of times he might be wrong. So when you go back to talking about the end times, let's just go back to what Jesus said. I mean, if people want to get interested in eschatology, talk about, hey, you know what? It's about to get crazy. Yes. Let me show you what the Bible says in Matthew 24 that Jesus said. Yes. Earthquakes, various places, pestilence, storms. I mean, all this kind of stuff. And of course, the days of Noah.
Absolutely. And open that Bible up and say, well, this gentleman was not right. He was incorrect. But guess what? Still going to happen. Yeah.
And guess what? You think this is crazy? Let me tell you how crazy it's about to get. And so you instead of worrying about being right just for tomorrow, how about let me tell you about how you can get your life right with God and have a secure eternity.
So good.
Whenever he does come, you can be good.
Did you guys have any idea we were going to...
This show has been all over the place.
A Bible lesson. We're bumping right up to an altar call. I've got the oil bottle right here, always at the ready. My goodness.
You know what people need to do? They need to go to LarryRagland.com and be a part of the remnant that is rising.
Let's go.
And go up there at the top, and at the top right-hand corner in that yellow banner, there's a red link that says "Get Your Free Gift." And when you click on it, it's going to open up a page, and free of charge to everybody watching. It's our gift to you. This is on time, y'all. I'm talking about what we're talking about right now and the world we're living in. You need to read it. It's a free ebook.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a PDF version talking about that generation that is the final generation.
Listen.
Come on.
I can't do it because I don't have it here, and I don't think I'm released, even if I did. But this book and the T-shirt we're about to release at Elevate Conference, oh, my goodness.
It's called Elevate the Fire, baby. Literally fire. Fire's a lot of part of our life. But go there, put in your name, your email. That's it. And you'll get a free ebook called The Burning Generation. And if you've read it, let me know if you've read it and if it blessed you or whatever. And it's completely free.
I get to wear that new T-shirt next.
We're gonna wear
next Monday night.
Yeah, we're gonna wear that T-shirt.
Yes.
Elevate the Fire. So let's continue. Something else happened today. Tylenol is not happy tonight.
No,
y'all, this is crazy.
Shareholders, beware. When I heard this, what did I say to you?
You was like, they're trying to shut Tylenol down for some reason.
They're trying to destroy Tylenol and run them out of business.
I mean, in all the things that I've heard about vaccines and all this other stuff that causes autism, I ain't never heard anybody talk about Tylenol.
And you know what? Maybe it's 100% absolutely true.
Maybe.
But what was it the president said?
I'm about to play it. Okay. I'm about to play it. I know which one you're talking. This is the clip that I've got.
I'm laughing, but it's really bad.
For Tylenol, the company, they were like, they couldn't believe he said this. All right, so here we go. So today he does this press conference. And by the way, I said it. I was very transparent about it. I didn't like the fact that he talked about this in Chicago and all this in his speech at Charlie Kirk, but he was so proud of the fact he's like, and tomorrow I'm going to be making this huge announcement on autism.
Yes.
I wish he'd just left that alone, but he did say that. So today, breaking, the Trump administration recommends against using Tylenol during pregnancy, linking it to autism. So let's just listen to Donald Trump.
Be very careful with what he says, and he should, but I'm not so careful with what I say. But you have certain groups, the Amish as an example, they have essentially no autism. First, effective immediately, the FDA will be notifying physicians that the use of let's see how we say that.
I feel you, Press.
Acetaminophen.
I'm sorry.
Is that okay?
Dude, this is the first time that I ever related to a president. I mean, I'm like, I've been there, President. Yeah. I've been there with these words that I have to pronounce. But you would have thought he was ready to say acetaminophen. I can't even say it. I knew it.
Acetaminophen.
Did you just say it right or wrong? What'd you say?
Acetaminophen.
See, you messed it up too.
Acetaminophen.
Which is basically minophen. Acetaminophen. Is that okay? Which is basically commonly known as Tylenol.
What's this? This is
during pregnancy can be associated with a very increased risk of autism. So taking Tylenol is not good. All right, I'll say it. It's not good.
Okay, stop right there.
Okay.
That right there was probably
there was an emergency board meeting.
Statement of a million nightmares of
and $1 billion
board holders. And I'm not saying
we're not making fun.
No, I'm not making fun, and I'm not saying he's absolutely wrong or he's absolutely right. I'm asking questions. Number one, is this true? I really want to know because I should be a shareholder for the amount of Tylenol I've taken over my life for mainly headaches. And number two, why now?
Yeah.
Why now? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. And the fact that, and I think he says right after this, it's almost done, but I think he says, I know my words are powerful or something like that.
Hello, that's what I'm saying. Your words are powerful.
Very powerful.
But you just came right on out there with it.
Yeah.
Of a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Maybe they are in the wrong. Maybe their product is doing this.
Yeah.
But your powerful words may be destroying this company.
I got more comments after this.
Okay.
For this reason, they are strongly recommending that women limit Tylenol use during pregnancy unless medically necessary. That's For instance, in cases of extremely high fever, that you feel you can't tough it out, you can't do it. I guess there's that. It's a small number of cases, I think.
All right, so here's now he did go on and they did talk about. There's a lot of questions that came about vaccines, and he talked about meningitis. And what is it? Not meningitis. Which is the one that's the sexually transmitted disease that they give babies the vaccine? It's not meningitis, is it? I can't remember. Somebody will know in the live chat. But it's a sexually transmitted. And he made a point. He goes, "Listen, that's a sexually transmitted disease. Why are we vaccinating kids on that?" So there was some discussion on vaccines. But here's my thing. Like you said, Tylenol there might be some kind of scientific proof that what he's saying is fact.
If that's the case, I want to know.
But it's like, let's throw this big name Tylenol out there so that we don't have to talk about the wham-wham. So we don't have to talk so much about. No, herpes? It's not herpes.
Not herpes.
It's not herpes. It's hepatitis B. Hepatitis B. So hepatitis B. That's it. And so it's like nobody's going to remember what he said about the vaccines and hepatitis B. They're going to remember that he just said take Tylenol. So here's how fast things move.
Okay.
Right before we went on the show, what's her name? Laura Ingraham.
Yes.
Laura Ingraham was on the news as I'm walking through the living room.
Ingram Angle.
Okay, Ingram Angle. So she has Dr. Oz on there.
Right.
And then the other guy, I can't think of his name. He's the other doctor that was there with him.
Not Drew.
No, it's the guy that's standing behind him.
Okay.
He's the other doctor. The two that are standing. So they're on Laura Ingram's show. Okay. So this is how quick they jump on the narrative. I'm talking about the left and the right. Those that love Trump just jump right on Trump. So Laura Ingraham literally says on the show tonight, you go back and fact check me. I heard her say this.
Okay.
So Dr. Oz, are you telling me that tonight when I get home, I need to go to my medicine cabinet and throw all my Tylenol away?
Yeah.
And then they sort of laugh about it. And he goes, well, they sort of hem-haw. But then he comes back and says, well, maybe so. And I'm like, you literally just told the nation to pour your Tylenol in a...
You're talking about Dr. Oz?
No, Laura Ingraham.
Okay.
She's the one that said that. And he just sort of hem-hawed, but he didn't say no.
He never said yes or no.
Yeah, he might have, I can't remember exactly what he said. But by the fact that the way she said it and the way they responded, it made you feel like, oh, I've got a very dangerous drug in my house. No telling what it could do to my kids. I got to get rid of Tylenol.
So what you're saying
it seemed like a major distraction.
So what you're saying is, or maybe you're asking the question, wow, had they already booked Dr. Oz 2 months in advance and he just happened to be on the same day?
Well, I mean, maybe, but they were saying, thank you for joining us after such a day. So they were making it like, they're joining us because of the press conference, because they were both on there. But y'all, I don't know who owns Tylenol, is AstraZeneca or whatever, one of those companies. I don't know who it was, but I'm telling you.
Hope you sold your stock last month. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that is.
Him-haw.
Where is the
him-haw, Anthony? Him-haw.
Him-haw,
That's old people talk.
What did I not say him-haw?
Yeah, you did. And Anthony said him-haw. LOL.
I want to find. I got another one in here that I want to pull. I was going to do it later, but I'm going to pull it up.
Okay, let's go.
Let's see. Where is it?
This may be one of the longest shows you've ever had in your entire life with Larry and Sandy. So
what are you talking about? It's only been an hour.
Yeah, and we're probably nowhere near being done.
Well, we can quit anytime we want to.
We can quit anytime we want to.
Yeah.
See? So if I get thirsty or need that snack, I'm out of here, folks.
Okay, here's the one I wanted to show you.
Okay.
Because this come out today as well. Today.
All
right, so I'm going to read this headline. COVID vaxxed VAIDS, which we know what that means. It's the word AIDS is in there. And that's all I'm going to say. Type of immune problem. Patients may never recover, scientists warn. Leading experts in Canada and United States are sounding the alarm as COVID mRNA shot-induced vaccine-acquired immune deficiency syndrome, VAIDS. Patients are now showing no signs of recovery. VAIDS, often referred to as a vaccine-induced AIDS, post-COVID vaccination syndrome, or long vax, is a new phenomenon that was triggered by the global mass COVID mRNA injection campaign. And I don't know if I'm going to get There's all kinds of trouble with this. I have no idea.
Probably.
As Slay News has previously reported, AIDS is an AIDS-like disorder that is triggered by COVID mRNA shots damaging the immune system, leading to autoimmune diseases. U.S. Health Secretary Robert Kennedy sounded the alarm about the crisis during a pair of roundtables, insisting that voices of vaccine-injured patients and the frontline doctors treating them must finally be heard. Former CDC Director Robert Redfield warned that the conditions is unlike anything doctors have faced before. Redfield revealed that many of AIDS patients may never recover. Quote, there really is probably a difference between patients with post-RMNA injury versus people that have post-COVID symptoms. I will say my post-mRNA injured patients have a tendency of not improving. They just don't seem to be improving.
So basically what he is saying is there is a sector, a portion, a percentage of the American, at least American society, American citizens, that after their their immune system has been attacked.
Yes.
And they're not getting better. Their bodies are not building back up or fully recovering, that they are continuing to suffer from probably COVID-like symptoms. And maybe if something else comes along, they don't have the ability they once did to fight that back. And, obviously I would classify that as a injury.
And for the new people, WAW was our code word that we had to use during the pandemic when you couldn't even say the word COVID or vaccine.
Right.
Or you would get kicked off.
So I have a lot of questions about that. I know, multiple people that have been vaccinated. Thankfully, most of them are doing well, and they do not, seem to be experiencing ongoing symptoms from that. But is that due to different batches, mixtures, different companies, WAWs that were distributed? I mean, what is the deciding factor? I don't know, but I do know that I think we have suffered, seriously suffered from the experience.
Yeah. He continues to say, I have a number of patients now that are out 5 years. It's painful.
Does he mean like
5 years injured from the vaccine?
They've not been able to return to
They've
work?
not been able. Yeah. They're in pain.
Saying?
They're in suffering. They've had heart issues. By contrast, Redfield noted that those with long COVID, which has similar symptoms to post-COVID vaccination syndrome, generally do improve over time. Kennedy explained why he convened the roundtables because patients nationwide are suffering, lost in the system, and don't know where to go and feel like their voices are not being listened to. Millions potentially affected. He says they've been pushing this administration on behalf of the estimated 20 million Americans now experiencing what they call VADS, PCVS. Emerging science is backing them up. So it's like all these people, there were several people were trying to say this early on, and they were basically ruined. Many people lost their homes. They lost their jobs.
You're talking about scientists
and doctors.
And doctors that were
trying
speaking out, saying this is not necessarily needed in many cases.
Yeah. So I go back to the Tylenol thing. Mm-hmm. Isn't it interesting that we throw out the most famous pain reliever? Just take a Tylenol. We don't say, we don't just necessarily say take an Excedrin. We don't just say take an ibuprofen. You might, but it's more common. If you got a headache, we'll just take a Tylenol. It's part of our culture. And you throw that culture word out there on the same day that people are trying to say we need to do something about these vaccine injuries.
True.
And vaccines are supposedly tied to autism. Oh, yeah, go ahead, algorithm. Put the little blue box down there. Put the blue box. I'm going to go ahead and give you time right now. Put the blue box down there and flag me. But I'm not saying they are, whatever. I'm just saying a lot of people say they are. So a lot of people believe they have science behind it. Mm-hmm. And you have this announcement on autism.
Yes.
And the headline coming out is not vaccines. The headline coming out is throw your Tylenol away.
Right. We were we said something last night. What do you think the president is going to say? What do you think he's bringing to the table? Or
Tylenol was not on my bingo card.
Or what? I mean, honestly, I knew in my mind this was a long shot, but the first place my mind went was heavy metal toxicity.
Yeah.
Because I believe we're seeing rising numbers of autism in children and Alzheimer's in your older population due to, I don't know, maybe chemtrails, maybe all of these heavy metals that are being sprayed in our skies, getting into our water supply, getting, into the ground where we grow crops, getting even into the livestock.
Yeah.
And then we're consuming this.
Exactly.
But no, Tylenol.
Yeah. No, it's all Tylenol. Well, other big things are happening today. And this is why I say it's the beginning of the end, because there are things that have to happen in prophecy that really, if you're talking about tomorrow, the 23rd, but y'all, there are other things that the Bible says is going to happen. The rebuilding of the temple, the 7-year treaty that the Antichrist is going to confirm, according to Daniel. But look what happened today. Macron announces today that France will join others to officially recognize Palestine as a state at the United Nations. President Emmanuel Macron officially announced that France will recognize Palestine as a state during a meeting co-chaired with Saudi Arabia in the United Nations General Assembly today in New York. On the first day of the Jewish Rosh Hashanah, New Year's celebrations, President Macron broke with decades of French policy and with allies Israel and the United States to formally back Palestine's statehood at the United Nations on Monday. Despite accusations from Jerusalem and Washington of rewarding the Islamist Hamas terrorists for the October 7th terror attacks, which left over 1,200 people dead and hundreds more taken hostage. Addressing the assembly, the French president said, "True to my country's historical commitment to the Middle East, France now recognizes the state of Palestine." Macron added that the time of peace has come. I think I read about that. When they shall say peace and safety.
Oh, boy.
Sudden destruction.
Brace yourself for that utter destruction.
Calling upon Hamas to release the remaining hostages from Gaza and for Israel to end its military operation against the terror group, saying that nothing justifies the war in Gaza anymore. The move from Macron comes in the wake of the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and Portugal, all announcing on Sunday that they would officially recognize the territory as a state. This follows similar recognitions from Ireland, Norway, and Spain earlier this year. On top of France, Andorra, Belgium, Luxembourg, Malta, and San Marino are all set to join the recognition effort on Monday, according to the Elysee Palace. However, major European powers such as Italy and Germany have refused to go along with the move. Hamas, which has controlled the Gaza Strip after winning legislation elections in 2006, has refused to hold votes since, celebrated the raft of recognitions for Palestine as a state. The Islamic terror group was quoted as saying on Sunday, "This recognition is an important step in maintaining the right of our Palestinian people to their land and holy sites and to establishing their independent state with Jerusalem as their capital." So you got Hamas rejoicing what a great deal it is. That should be your sign.
Yep. And this goes on and on. So who knows what's going to happen next in that, but it just continues to elevate. There's so much discussion, and it's just a trigger point for the left, the liberals, obviously. They love to go there and have discussion on that part of the world.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the man that they all hate is going to address them tomorrow. So they're trying to do all this before he gets there. Tomorrow, Donald Trump will be addressing the United Nations as a voice of shifting world order. 8 years ago, when the freshman President Donald Trump rose to the green marble dais of the United Nations General Assembly Hall for the first time, he was received in the cathedral, I remember this very vividly, of post-war multilateralism with dismissal and suspicion and even mockery. They laughed at him. While he was up there, he would say things about we're going to end these wars and all this kind of stuff. And there was open, loud laughter mocking the President of the United States. Few seem to take seriously an American president who appeared unsure of himself and who offered outlandish claims that might have worked with his political base. But the United Nations Assembly invited derisive laughter. Yet Tuesday morning, when Mr. Trump took the same stage in the first year, will take the stage in his second term, things are likely to be very different. He will stand at the golden stage more as the conqueror of the gasping liberal democratic internationalism. The UN at its apex that he seemingly has no use for and has worked to vanquish. Instead of the outlier in the temple of global governance, he will speak this time to the assembly and the 193 member states as the voice of an emerging world order of America first, foreign policy, and big power competition. To Mr. Trump's apparent liking, it's an order that has fading use for either international cooperation or well-intentioned but expensive global development. This time, Trump comes to the United Nations as it faces a post-multilateral world that he has a very important role in delivering. So I think his audience will perhaps reluctantly pay closer attention to what he says than some of them did in 2017. This time, the things he said then that were sort of a freelance and outlandish and that suggested a U.S. president with almost no appreciation for the value of multilateral cooperation are things he can do and indeed has done. Gone from the U.S. approach to the UN and to multilateralism more broadly, Dr. Dole says in the long-time tenet of the U.S. foreign policy that the United States derives a good deal of its power from its cooperation with its international partners. Trump has no appreciation for the idea that things can be done with the assistance of allies and that he believes they can be done on our own.
What news agency is that article from?
Christian Science Monitor. Very liberal publication. But so he comes in this time. I think 6, maybe 7 nations have already nominated him for the Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, it's just unbelievable that the difference that a few years makes.
Absolutely. Wow.
So what's your prediction? And I think I might jump on here and do a live tomorrow or something. I don't know.
And I do not have a prediction. I will be just standing by, watching, waiting to see what happens because I don't know. I
think he's going to skin their hide. I think he's going to look at them. This is my prediction. At some point,
that's possible always on any occasion. But beyond that, I don't know.
And by the way, he will also be setting up his golden kingdom and all that.
Good Lord,
but
gold. There's so much gold.
Gold everywhere. But I think at some point there'll be some version of these words. Let me just say, before I go on to tell you about my plan and my golden dome and all this kind of stuff, all of you are completely irrelevant. You matter to me none. I don't need you. Whew. I got a big, beautiful world without you.
Got a beautiful plan.
So I just want you all to know that I'm going to talk to you, and I love you. I love you all, but you are completely useless and irrelevant.
So you can get on board with me, or basically, I don't know, die, whatever.
What?
I don't know.
No. Rewind. We did not.
Get on board with me, or you will not be successful.
That's what she said. Well, we sent this out to our security team at our church. This is very alarming. This went under the radar. Very few people talked about this. In fact, the only place I could really find this was on Newsmax, the article that you sent me, that the federal agencies have warned of a new al-Qaeda plot in a memo. The National Counterterrorism Center. This went out September 20th, this past weekend. You sent it to me and we sent it to our security team. The National Counterterrorism Center issued a sobering memo Friday warning the U.S. designated terrorist group Al-Qaeda and its Yemen-based affiliate Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula remain intent on striking America. In a nationwide advisory distributed to law enforcement, the agency said the groups are seeking to exploit ongoing global conflicts and U.S. involvement overseas. This is very concerning. It says Al-Qaeda and its affiliates are likely seeking to leverage their media publications and global conflicts, particularly where the U.S. support of military involvement, and to inspire potential attackers. The National Counterterrorism Center, created in 2004 after 9/11 attacks, urged government personnel to heighten vigilance. Officials were told not to share their travel plans online, to avoid carrying badges or IDs outside of work, and stay alert for surveillance. The memo also highlighted soft targets. This is what was concerning, including sporting events and concerts.
Exactly.
And of course, that also means churches. Urging local authorities to deploy visible law enforcement and conduct pre-event security briefings. The agency stressed that the intelligences are being shared to equip local agencies with the tools to disrupt potential attacks. While the memo underscored a general threat environment, conservative activist and journalist Laura Loomer, some of you may love her, some of you may hate her, but one thing to say about Laura Loomer, she is very well connected in this White House. She has very few, if any, of her leaks that have come out have been disproven. And some of them may have, but very few. She says that her informants are telling them it's even a more dire warning. So she X'd out on Friday, claiming that al-Qaeda cells have already infiltrated U.S. soil and are planning coordinated multi-city attacks. Quote, sources tell me tonight that the National Counterterrorism Center has officially determined that Islamic terrorists affiliated with al-Qaeda have infiltrated U.S. soil and are actively planning a series of coordinated Islamic terror attacks. This marks the first time federal counterterrorism officials have openly acknowledged the immediacy of such threats. According to Loomer, terrorists are preparing to impersonate first responders by purchasing police and EMT uniforms from surplus stores and online vendors. She said the aim is to blend in during attacks, redirect panicked crowds, and launch secondary strikes. More chillingly, Loomer reported that hospitals and medical facilities in major cities, including New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, and Miami, have been scouted. Terrorists allegedly intend to cripple trauma centers and emergency rooms, preventing treatment of the wounded and compounding casualties. One Department of Homeland Security source, she wrote, described the potential scenario as horrific beyond comprehension. And it continues. You can go to Newsmax to read the rest of it.
I have an observation on that. So, is it interesting to you that the president has already sent or is intending to send troops into, or at least wanting or bantering about that he wants to try or he's interested in to some of those same cities
very interesting point.
that you just mentioned?
Very interesting point.
So, I don't know if those two are related, but we've had this conversation and even moving towards doing that in some cities before, like weeks before, and then now. And, why you got to drop that on a Friday?
Yeah.
Just put it on Monday or Wednesday.
I actually dropped it on Saturday.
Okay. But
and that's
whatever.
even worse.
So that's my take, and that's my question and my interest on that matter.
Now, this lady here, I have seen her on Sean Ryan. She is supposedly very connected to the terrorist networks.
I think
she
I
knows,
watched that episode.
Yeah, that was a very chilling episode. Some of the things that she was saying. So she comes out and responds immediately to this memo. This is only a 15-second clip. And if you go back and you see her face now, can't think of her name. Maybe this has her name in here. But you can go and find her on Sean Ryan.
She was from several months ago.
Yeah.
Not Amy or Amanda.
Her name's not anywhere in there. But she's very well connected. This is what she says, because she was the one that was saying she knows, she has confirmed intelligence that when our borders were wide open, that they were literally bringing missiles across our southern border. Remember that? And she said they lost them. Our government lost where they were, and that they were actually ballistic missiles or shoulder-mounted missiles or something that was able to kill thousands of people that they know came across the border, and then they lost them in different cells, and that she was saying that there were sleeper cells getting ready to be activated.
Goodness.
So she is responding with this 15-second clip, and of course you can watch the whole thing.
I mean, we've said that multiple times on this show, but I don't know, just to hear it again is just very upsetting to me.
Okay,
Very
here's what she said.
About 10% of the attackers be suicide bombers, and they're going to bomb airliners. So there will be a very large scale attack on the U.S. homeland. Does it all occur in a day? I'm not sure. But the terrorists are already here. The plan is operational. But
wow. If you're on the ground, and I know you don't know, but I don't know if you even have an estimate or an opinion on this. You know, we talk about a lot commercial airline coming over our heads. And you can nearly make out the tail numbers.
Because they're so low.
Because they're so low. What range, if you're on the ground, does, say, I don't know, a shoulder-propelled rocket or a rocket-propelled grenade, what kind of range does something like that have?
It has a range to as low as those planes are. There ain't no doubt about that. Because like you said, there are times that the planes come over our house that you can read the letters.
I mean,
I'm talking about commercial Southwest.
That may be an exaggeration, but I have no problem distinguishing a Southwest plane from, another plane. So, I don't like those.
Anthony's saying I was thinking the same thing about the preemptive National Guard into cities. Yeah, I think you nailed something there. I think that's very interesting. Look, we've never been about the views. We've never been about the subscribers. But we're building an army here, and we're building a family here called the Big Picture Family.
Right.
And we're believing that this week, we're going to go over 20,000 subscribers.
Come on.
This is the current ticker here.
We're calling it.
Look at the growth over the last 28 days.
It's been amazing.
God has really been blessing our channel. We're so thankful.
Thank you all.
You're the one that's made this happen. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And I'd love to see that thing blow up and go over tonight.
Renee Cannon.
Is that her name?
Renee Cannon.
Is that her name?
You are the Renee who was on the trip to Israel. Please let me know.
Oh, she's in there? Oh, okay, Renee. Renee Cannon. Okay, I knew that name.
Listen, I think about you all the time.
Awesome.
If that is you, if you were on our bus and you were part of our group on the Paul Begley Israel tour, please let me know that is you.
Yeah. So just hit that subscribe button.
I've thought of you often.
And let's get it to 19,500 tonight.
Let's do it.
So when I go off tonight,
we can do this.
We're 500 away. Look where we're at right now. This is live. Now, if you watch on the replay, we go. We just lost one. Somebody's like, I don't know.
Somebody just said, I'm out.
I was with you till you started trying to get subscribers.
Y'all are too much. I can't deal with you anymore.
It's all right.
Wow.
Okay. But I'm only giving God the praise on that and saying thank you.
So he says the girl, Sarah.
Super chat. Thank you for that super chat, John Lee.
John Lee. Wow. He's talking about that Sean Ron show interview, said they were planning this.
Okay. Sarah Adams. Yeah, that's her name. Sarah Adams. Yeah, keep going.
Wow. They were planning this. She
said. That is Renee.
That's Renee. Hey, they would find a way to distract. Thank you, Renee. And thank you for letting us know her name.
Awesome.
Sarah Adams.
Awesome. All right, so continuing on the terrorist thing, this week, this sort of slipped through the news as well. They briefly said it. Trump has vowed to discover who is financing Antifa, Trantifa, that's a new term.
What?
Which is for Transtifa. They just dropped the S. And left-wing violence. He's declaring Antifa to be a actual terrorist organization. And they are just they're hating that.
Oh, I bet they are angry about that.
Because here's the thing, okay? I'm just going to read the article. You do with it with whatever you take from the article. This is from thefederalist.com. Transgender violence is a national emergency. Now, why in the world do we have a Supreme Court justice in his hearing here? Well, let's listen to this. Evidence has been piling up in recent years about the propensity for people who claim to be transgender and for those acting on their behalf to commit the most gruesome acts of political violence. Now, this is not hate speech. We're not calling for to rise up against someone that identifies as transgender. I'm just going to show you some facts here that they're trying to hide. Most recently, it was alleged assassin Charlie Kirk. The accused shooter was apparently a gay male living with his male roommate and lover who claimed to be transgender. Kirk's shooter appeared to have been motivated in part by transgender ideology. In fact, Kirk was answering a question at that very moment, including a question about transgender and violence. Just 2 weeks before Kirk's assassination, another male who claimed to be transgender shot a church full of children praying, Annunciation Catholic School in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's a similar story to another school shooter in Nashville, Tennessee in 2023. There are many more stories of trans-identifying perpetrators committing violent crimes. Probably even more we don't know about the authorities have covered up. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion about this in just a minute. Stay with me. All the evidence continues to stack up. As my colleague Daniel Davison noted, transgenderism is blah, blah, blah. Okay. On Friday, new details emerged about another violent leftist, Nicholas Rosk. the would-be assassin of Supreme Court Justice nominee at that time and Brett Kavanaugh now, who now identifies as a female named Sophie. Rosk also used Discord, the same online platform used by Kirk's assassin. Reportedly did not ask to have his name on the case, his preferred name, changed to reflect the name Sophie. However, Rosk federal public defenders reportedly stated that they would refer to Rosk as Sophie and with incorrect female pronouns out of respect. Why should the federal government blah, 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 blah. So the whole thing is, in no way, shape, or form am I saying or anyone else is saying that anyone who identifies as transgender is violent and that is going to commit atrocities like we saw with Charlie Kirk. But there is an absolute effort to not allow this stuff to come out. And of course, there's the spiritual side of it that we could talk about as ministers. But then there's also the drugs that they're taking. Many people are believing these hormone drugs are affecting, just like steroids back in the day. Remember when there was the rage roids? Is what they call it? Roids rage. Okay, so same kind of thing. They're thinking that this is fueling anger. Not to mention video games and these chats where they just sit and they just dream up these things. They pretend to be things. And now they're the furries and all this kind of stuff. So we're not trying to be hateful here, but we're saying that there is an obvious something going on that is tied to this, what is going on with them and with the treatment that they're taking. And somebody needs to address this.
Okay, so
medically and spiritually.
You are proposing that there is some sort of manipulation.
I do.
And
I think through drugs and of course through the spirit realm. There's no doubt about that. But and look, we love them. I want to make it very clear. We love every human being.
Absolutely. But especially if there is a coercion or
Am I still on the air?
A deliberate manipulation. If someone is taking it beyond the medications that they are taking or their interaction with social media, but there is an absolute manipulation taking place, then that's something needs to be done about that, because you can't just take humans and use them as pawns for some kind of higher effort if that is what's going on.
Exactly. All right. Well, and other big news, TikTok is going to be saved. Woohoo! By the way, if you don't follow me on TikTok, because I'm trying to reach the young people, that's where they're at, go over to TikTok, give me over 10,000. If you can get me over 10,000 followers, even if you hate TikToks, get over and follow me, because when I get over 10,000, I can do live Monday nights, can be on TikTok.
Come on.
So we can't use the software until we get over 10,000. We can only do it on our phone separately. TikTok algorithm, watch this headline. To be retrained, according to The Cell.
Yeah.
I mean, that headline is enough for me to ask the question, what does this mean? TikTok algorithm to be retrained on U.S. user data under Trump deal.
Oh my goodness. Are we about to talk about Larry Ellison?
Yes.
In any possible way?
Yes. Absolutely. TikTok's algorithm, the technology that determines what users see in their feed, will be copied and retrained using U.S. user data as part of a deal to secure the app's future in the country. A White House official said on Monday that TikTok's recommendation system will be audited by tech giant Oracle. Larry Ellison.
Hello.
And operated, which now, by the way, at least for a brief moment, became the richest man in the world.
And can we also mention Larry Ellison, a part of Project Stargate?
Yep, that's the same one. And operated by a new joint venture involving U.S. investors in order to meet requirements of the app's sale. It comes after President Donald Trump said a deal to prevent the app's ban in the U.S. unless sold by Chinese parent company ByteDance had been reached with China's approval. The BBC has approached ByteDance and TikTok for comment. White House officials claim the deal will be a win for the app's U.S. users and citizens. President Trump is expected to sign an executive order later this week on the proposed deal, which will set out how it will comply with U.S. national security demands. The order will also outline a 120-day pause to the enforcement deadline to allow the deal to close. It is unclear whether the Chinese government has approved this agreement or began to take regulatory steps required to deliver it. However, the White House appears confident and it has secured the China's approval. Data belonging to the 170 million users TikTok says it has in the U.S. alone is already held on Oracle's servers under an existing arrangement called Project Texas. It saw U.S. user data siphoned off due to its concerns it could fall into the hands of the Chinese government. A senior White House official said that under President Trump's deal, the company would take on comprehensive role in securing the entirety of the app for American users. They said this would include auditing and inspecting the source code and recommendation system underpinning the app and rebuilding it for U.S. users using only U.S. server data. Oracle, which provides the cloud computing infrastructure for a growing number of companies, including ChatGPT maker OpenAI, and has long been rumored to play a role in Trump's deal. By the way, as I just said, because of some deals in stocks dramatically higher, briefly made its co-founder, Larry Ellison, the world's richest man, passing Elon Musk, but Elon Musk took him back over. So your initial, you don't use TikTok. You've never been on TikTok. You don't know anything about TikTok. But what do you think? What is your first thing you think that it's going to be retrained on user data? That's the big words to me.
Well, my mind goes to what kind of new controls can we, embed in this? How can we get more control, more influence? My mind always goes to somehow creeping further into your life and putting up more walls and more controls. So
yeah,
that's
all right. I want to address something in the live chat. I want to ask Matthew. So Matthew said you don't have to have 10,000 to go live on TikTok. It says 1,000. That is true, and I knew that. But what I'm talking about, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I've tried to use TikTok Studio, the software that I use that allows me to simulcast everywhere on my computer, has told me that TikTok has to unlock a feature at 10,000 followers so that I can stream it, or RMTP, if you know anything about the technical terms, to be able to stream this along with Rumble and X and all that through my software here. I have gone live on TikTok, so I know I can go live, but the studio part of it is not available to me until 10,000. So that's what I've been told. So I may be wrong on that. Like I said, I'm not an expert.
Reinvestigate, sir.
Okay. All right. So thank you for that information. If y'all can verify that for me, because everything I've found, I've tried my best to do it, and I cannot do it with my software, and they keep saying until I get 10,000 followers. If I can, then I'll do it now. NVIDIA stock surges after announcing $100 billion OpenAI investment. The biggest vendor financing circle, what? The biggest vendor financing circle jerk, okay, in world history.
That Tyler Durden.
Yeah.
Wow.
Come on, man. NVIDIA announced to interview Sam Altman, blah, blah, blah. I just want to show you this. NVIDIA, the reason I'm showing this stock is because last week, everybody's worried to death about NVIDIA because this Chinese stock company has said, we don't need your chips anymore. What's going to happen to poor NVIDIA? Yeah. NVIDIA is going to be okay. Yeah. NVIDIA is the number one processor for all AI. Exactly. Do you know what I'm talking about? NVIDIA. You know what else I'm talking about?
The Supernatural AI Update. Brought to you by Uncle Jimmy.
Yeah. Uncle Jimmy! It's the Supernatural AI Update. I tell you what, that is video gold.
It's pretty golden.
It is pretty gold. As we know, AI is moving faster than anyone could ever expect. And look what's happened in the last 7 days. This is your Supernatural AI Update.
Come on with it.
All right. So Mark Zuckerberg releases the new version of Meta glasses.
Of course.
And we have a separate video we're going to show on this a little bit later. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this before we play this video. I work hard not to wear glasses.
Yeah.
I just got a giant print Bible.
You did.
So I didn't have to wear glasses.
Which you now refer to as the Old Man Bible.
But it appears, listen to me, You may not have heard it here first, but some of you are going to hear it first here tonight. I'm going to predict that by the end of this year and sometime next year for sure, all of the major social media platforms, and even they're going to work hand in hand with the cell phone companies, are going to begin the next phase. They're going to be saying
pushing
phones are no longer good.
Are you talking about the individual influencers or?
I'm talking about the companies. I'm talking about the companies. I'm talking about Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube.
They're going to push upon the influencers and ultimately all of us.
The CEOs, the companies, you're going to start seeing more and more people saying it is so silly to have to worry about a phone.
So
all you need is glasses.
Are you going to now next tell me that the next thing is going to be to embed?
Oh yeah, of course that's coming next.
So
but that's down the line. They got to go here first.
This is the on-ramp to get us to embed it within your body somehow.
I want you to look at Zuckerberg. Look how big these glasses are, the rims, and they're all that big. I'm not going to wear that.
Well, listen.
I'm a technology guy.
They'll get smaller over time,
I know.
But he's got to embed all of his tech in those frames.
I know. But y'all, I'm telling you that they are done with phones. Meta especially is building all of Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, all this, every company that they own, they are building it for glasses and wearables. They are done with phones. You heard it here.
Okay.
All of them are done with phones.
That's a big statement.
Yeah.
You're making a big statement
now,
here.
I'm not saying there won't be, an iPhone 20, but I promise you.
You're saying this is the beginning.
This is the beginning
of pulling us away from. Okay.
Yeah, this is the beginning of the end of phones.
Okay.
All right, so here we go.
The display is large enough to watch a video or, read a thread of messages. It appears in one eye. It's slightly off center, so it doesn't block your view. It is very high resolution and very bright. And then there's the neural interface, the meta neural band. So for the glasses, we are replacing the keyboard, mouse, touchscreen, buttons, dials, with the ability to send signals from your brain with little muscle movements that the neural band will pick up so you can silently control your glasses with barely perceptible movements. So it's good to just be able to type without anyone seeing.
Watch this. Watch this. He's typing. He's typing in the air. Listen to the crowd.
So now I'm going to be able to open up Meta AI with a subtle tap that you're probably not even going to see. Play California Dreamin'.
From Spotify, here's California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas.
All right, and if I want to adjust the volume, I act like there's a volume control in front of me, and I can just turn it, and there we go. This is Meta Ray-Ban.
Wow.
Now do you believe me? They're done with phones.
Oh my goodness.
What's this? That's all he was doing. He was just barely moving his fingers. And then he literally goes over and goes, how many times have we seen movies where they're in front of a screen, they're going,
oh yeah.
We're there.
Exactly.
There's not a science fiction movie made now, Sandy, that I'm not convinced was not predictive programming.
Thank you for listening to me. Woo.
Was that wild?
That was wild.
Now look, this is how fast video production is happening. Look at this one here. This is called D-Carts or D-Arts or something.
Heck yeah, I'm about to start making movies myself.
Absolutely. Watch how fast real time it does it. Huh?
Do not show this to Harper.
Oh yeah, she does not need to know that.
She'll want to make movies too.
She will.
I can't even have a video call with her without her turning into 5 different animals.
She's like, hold up, Papa, hold up. I want to do something. And she turns into a shark. I'm like, I didn't want you. I want to see your face.
I want to see your face, not a giraffe.
But look at this. Look at how fast it's growing. This is real time. This is called 2.2 anime. So they say you can take any movie as the movie is going without processing, just tapping on it, and in real time it just changes the characters to anything you want it. Do you tell it to change? You can change their voice.
Like on what? You're watching it on
anything. Well, let's play the sound.
Rick Sorkin? Excuse me, Mr. Sorkin, you are 5 minutes late. Is there a reason why I should let you in?
Look, I'm just trying to ditch the cops, okay? I don't really care if you let me in or not.
Mr. Spector will be right.
That's instantaneous.
That's a television episode. So, wow, okay.
You just instantaneous change them. And then this right here is language.
告诉我的，刚好在这座湖还有这艘船上。
So you can change the person and you can change their language. You can literally make a Japanese movie with a Japanese character playing an American character speaking Japanese.
Wow. But
then you can do it yourself.
But can they take those old karate movies and
you kill my mother
and get the video and the audio
now? You will.
Pay. What Bruce Lee? If we could take those Bruce Lee movies,
oh god,
and go back,
you know somebody's gonna do it.
They need to.
You know somebody's gonna do it.
They need to.
Somebody's gonna turn Bruce Lee into sound like he's from Alabama. Bruce Lee's gonna walk in. He's gonna go, "Hey y'all killed my mama. Y'all gonna pay. You hear me? Y'all too?
Y'all too.
Now what's this here?
I'm fixing.
The robots are getting scarier by the day.
He didn't take much.
You can't beat him. Look. He's a kickboxer. He won't go down. We're in trouble. We need Jesus. We need Jesus to come back tomorrow.
Okay, so since you said that, I was going to ask the question on the last story of everyone. Is anyone thinking we might be in a little trouble here?
Yeah, we're in trouble.
When you can alter.
Without Jesus, we're in trouble.
When you can alter on the fly video and turn it into change the language, change the character, and now you've got kickboxing robots.
That will not go down?
Not that we haven't had robots walking robot dogs.
Yeah, we had that a few weeks ago. A robot walking a robot dog down the streets of Japan.
Oh, my God. Well, how did we phrase the robot carrying the baby, having the baby, the pregnant robot? I don't know what we called it.
Oh, yeah, that was a surrogate robot baby factory or something.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got butter.
This is days of Noah.
We've got Farmer Bill Gates making butter out of, I don't even know what he's making butter.
He said carbon.
Carbon butter.
And we're like, where did the carbon come from?
Uh,
They said that robot going to meet my flamethrower.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm with that. I mean, we could go on and on.
Y'all, I'm telling you, this supernatural AI update has escalated quickly.
Yes.
Quickly.
Yes.
You know what else is escalated? The remnant is rising. I was trying to transition.
We got nowhere to go, but we got to rise.
Y'all better go join the remnant army. Come on, go to LarryRagland.com and join the army now. We need each other more now than we've ever needed each other. Come on. So I'm thankful to all of our partners, all the super chats, super thanks. If you'd like to become a partner with us, you just click that donate button. That's it. When you click the donate button, look at there. We already got, it's so easy. We already got it made for you. 10, 25, 50, 100 a month. Any amount you want to do a month. We got some people doing $5 a month, $1 a month, whatever God puts on your heart. You're going to do a one-time donation. We are getting ready to build, starting out at least a couple of studios. And we're about to launch some new shows, some different shows that you are going to love. One of them is going to be on disclosure. It's going to be powerful. So that's what your partners are helping us do. and some other things that we're doing as well. But I want to get a free gift in your hand. Click at the top right-hand corner of that yellow banner at LarryRagland.com. Click, get your free gift for no obligation, no cost whatsoever. You're going to be equipped to understand what it means to be a part of this burning on fire generation that we're raising up. It's just going to cost you your name and your email. You're going to join our email list, and you're going to get information from me. I'm not going to blow you up. It's about once a week. It's all the most you'll ever get anything from me, but it's going to be from my heart, and I'd love to get you to be a part of it. What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
Somebody said something about cow patty butter. Cow patty butter, yuck.
Yeah, cow patty butter, yuck. Ugh. Yeah, I say yuck to that too. We got a couple more. Now this is a little deep dive here into the Ray-Bans AI glasses. Meta launches the world's first advanced AI glasses with neural wristband that we just showed you that reads your muscles to control everything. Let's click through this here. This is a demo.
Show me what an African violet would look like here. Nice. Are these ripe enough for pico de gallo?
These tomatoes look perfect for pico de gallo.
Give me a recipe. Perfect. Hey Meta, start live AI.
Double as a watch.
What'd you say?
Is that wristband going to double as a watch so you don't have to also wear a watch?
Well, right now it doesn't look like there's any even digital anything on it. It looks just like a leather band. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You can have a clock in view of your
the
AI
time.
glasses.
The time is always in view.
And maybe that could double as your Fitbit if it's...
Do you understand this is going to make you suspicious of everyone now? Think about it, when you go out and you see somebody just sitting there with sunglasses on or glasses on, you're going to be like, they could be recording you.
Oh, they're totally making a movie of you.
They're making a movie. I mean, they could be researching you.
Yep.
Y'all, this is getting crazy.
Yep.
All right, look at this. Live audio caption.
I love Cindy's note. It was a great idea. I think that we definitely need to redo the intro.
I agree.
Yeah, true. How about now? The demo went
So
it really did.
It says the glasses show an on screen what the person in front of you is saying. They don't pick up voices from other people around, only from the one you are looking at.
What?
That's what it says. It says that when you're in a crowd of noise, you look at a person.
It can isolate.
It isolates who
the
you're.
audio of the person that you're looking at.
And captions it in real time for you to read what they're saying as well.
Okay.
That just got released. This is not a coming feature. These are the glasses that just came available that you can buy right now.
Okay. I got to ask a question. Is this like when we're watching a television show and we can't fully understand what they're saying?
Like every show we watch,
so we
put the captions?
I mean, seriously.
That's what it is.
Oh my gosh. So while you're talking to a human, having a normal conversation, you might need
caption. If it's in a crowded room. I mean, how many times have I heard, I'll be like, what'd you say? What'd you say?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a minute, we're not through.
There's more.
Okay, there's more. Here we go. I'll read it first. These glasses can translate written text right in front of you. Just look at a sign in another language, ask Meta to translate it, and the translated version appears clearly on the screen. So you literally can just walk in. You're in another foreign country. You're on a mission. They didn't even see that, did they? We're watching it and they didn't even see it.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, we got carried away. So you can walk into a restaurant. You're on a missions trip. You go into a foreign country. Every sign's in another language. Don't matter anymore. Your glasses, your earbuds will real-time translate the words in your ears, and your glasses will translate all the signs, put them in your native language, and you don't ever even have to ask anybody what they said or what does that sign say. Y'all, we are in a movie. See walking directions directly in your glasses without needing your phone. Notice how they're starting to say that, without needing your phone.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
Just choose the destination and the map with step-by-step directions appear on the screen. So you're just chilling. You're just walking down the street. Nobody has any idea that your glasses is actually navigating you.
Listen, this is going to be tremendous for some people.
Yeah.
And in my mind, unachievable, unable to use for others. Can you imagine some people trying to walk down the street with maybe their spouse, maybe one or two children, and all the conversation and everything is going on with them, and you trying to keep the kids out of the street while trying to listen to translated language or read captions at the same time. Some people are not going to be able to do that.
No.
Some will. And I think it's great for
now,
those.
You know how linear I am. Will I be able to wear these glasses? Will I be able to multitask?
You will not be able to get out of the car.
Y'all, Sandy, if you think you've been freaked out by these glasses.
Oh, please. Oh, no, more.
I want to read this and then I'm going to play it.
Okay.
If you want to reply without others hearing to a text, you can whisper your message or use your thumb to select a reply to the menu. The glasses pick up your low voice and let you respond without speaking loudly. You didn't even hear her. She said,
where?
We're here.
We're here.
So she's telling them that they're coming. She goes, I mean, that low.
What is she doing with her hand?
She's doing messages, preset messages with her hand as well, like we're here or yes.
She's choosing a pre.
Yeah, she's just doing her thumb, and it comes up with options for her to just do.
She just chooses.
She chooses it, but she whispers like that, and it's so close to your ear, your mouth, that it picked it up. Wow. These are all these glasses. To support virtual reality in the glasses, Meta created the neural band EMG. It lets you control the interface with small hand movements. The experience is smooth without needing to touch a screen or even speak. That's what it looks like. That's the neural band and the glasses together.
You know, I can see that getting us to the neural lace.
Yeah.
Whatever that looks like. Because how many people were so freaked out when you first started hearing Elon Musk talk about neural lace, neural net, whatever, where, this thing is sitting on your head or whatever. But man, this is such a softer approach to try to achieve a very similar outcome. Now, I realize some people that are paraplegic, obviously being wearing, what do they call this band on your wrist? The AI, whatever. That may not work.
That's called the neural band.
The neural band. That might not work for them if they're not able to, use their limbs or have motion or anything. But man, this is a soft ramp to that whole neural lace.
Well, let me tell you how fast this is going to explode. This is why I'm going to say it again. If you come in right here, you just came in, I'm going to say it again. This is why the day of the phone is over. It's not going to be a quick kill. It's going to be a slow kill.
I'm not saying I necessarily want to do it, but can we get some stock in that?
Well, I don't know what you get stock in unless you want to get stock in the beast system. But
Mark of the beast.
but here's why I say that the days of the phone are over. These glasses, this is really the first major rollout. They've had some tests and all that, betas. This is the first mass rollout of Meta glasses. Yeah. All right. So it's only going to get thinner. It's only going to get better.
Smaller, sure.
But watch this. Ladies and gentlemen.
There's more again.
Both of these together are $800. That is half. That is half the price of some smartphones. Some smartphones are up $1,200, $1,400 for a smartphone or more, depending on how much RAM you get. So you're talking about influencers and people that are saying, you know what, this for $800, I don't even have to have my phone.
No keyboard.
No keyboard.
No trying to type out things on your tiny little.
This is going to explode. The days of the phone are over.
This. Are these glasses enabled with speakers that are big enough or sensitive enough or whatever that you don't have to use or have AirPods?
I don't know how it works, but these people in these displays are hearing There's no display that you have to have.
It could be because if it works on the same,
You know those things that people wear, they just put it on the bone, and you can
like a cochlear ear implant, because it's touching your bone and the vibration.
There's people watching right now that's got headphones. You see
that's what I was going to say.
They're just headphones, and they're sitting right there, and you can hear it.
Your arms of your glasses are sitting right here, it's touching bone, and it could transmit that.
That's got to be the way it works.
Because that's my question. If we're going to go this far and we're knocking the price down to this low and achievable, because quite frankly, some of you are spending well over $1,000 or over $1,000 for a brand new phone.
Yeah.
And is iPhone just dropped their brand new one that's available?
Yeah, 17.
Hey, this is going to be very appealing for some.
Absolutely.
I possibly don't need AirPods.
Right.
I can just wear these glasses and this neural band. Is that what you called it?
Yeah, neural band. Listen to this. It has a 600 by 600 colored display, high definition for real-time maps, messages, translations, and captions, a 12 megapixel camera support. It wasn't that long ago. 12 megapixel was elite. Now it's not, but a 12, which is a very high quality picture for video calls and photos. The neural band reads tiny hand signals, letting you scroll, swipe, and reply naturally without touching your phone. Built-in AI handles instant translation and step-by-step guidance right from the display. Battery life reaches 6 hours for the glasses, with extra charges available in the carrying case. The neural band lasts 18 hours and is water resistant. The full kit is $799, launching in the U.S. September 30th and expanding around the world early 2026.
And this is a Meta.
This is Meta
product.
It's a Meta product.
Wow,
it's amazing.
I can't help but think he's going to be kicking some butts and taking names with this.
But here's the thing. There ain't no way that all the others don't already have their version.
They have to have a version.
They all have their own version.
But he's first, right?
He's first.
Yeah.
So last but certainly not least, I'll just go ahead and show you the new face of robots.
And just in case you already might have had some issues with getting to sleep tonight, we're going to make sure. Here comes the coup de grace. Let's go.
This is the new face of, look at how realistic this robot face gestures
Just
are.
look, ladies and gentlemen, just look. Realistic face. Do we have a name?
This is, let's see, these robots look and feel strikingly human.
Strikingly human.
If the name of the company is Ahif from.
Of course.
Okay. And is building not only emotional humanoid robots, but lifelike replicas of what future humans might be. Working with artists, they design stunning appearances and power them with character mind, a system that gives robots the ability to show emotions. The tech reads tone, expression, gestures, then replies with a natural voice, facial movements, eye contact, and body language, making every interaction feel like talking to a real person. There's no sound on that one, but look, the first comment.
Oh my
goodness. Cool.
So cool.
So cool.
Yeah. Let's imagine you're putting that lifelike face on that kickboxing robot.
And he's speaking and he's translating in your language too. You killed my robot mama. Now you must die. All right, Sandy, what's the nominations for tonight?
Oh boy.
What are the nominations for the Golden Chicken Award?
So much. I'm gonna have to just kind of all right, here we're gonna go with this.
All right.
Number one, we're gonna have I need a piece of paper here. The Don Lemon rant on spiritual
advice,
spiritualism, and Charlie Kirk.
Okay.
Number two, we're going to have the Rapture dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't remember his name.
Much respect to my brother. If you're right tomorrow, we're all going to high five you.
All right. Next up, Tylenol.
Get rid of your Tylenol. Hide your Tylenol. Hide your Tylenol. Hide your Cedric.
Tylenol.
They're coming for all your babies.
Autism announcement. Number 4, Zuckerberg AI glasses.
Oh, yeah, glasses.
And I think that our kickboxing robot just got booted by the ultra-human looking robot.
All right, here we go. So you know what to do. If you're brand new, it's time to vote in the live chat. Real rapid fire as you are entertained. Where you're going to get it nowhere else. Dancing Larry and Sandy. Here we go.
Sandy's not dancing
You're
tonight.
not dancing?
No, we're going to leave dancing to you.
This is what I call the Larry. This is my patented Larry. When you get real fancy, just lean back.
Lean back. Lean into it. All right. Did it stop?
One more time. We got votes coming in.
We got votes. The glasses are winning so far. Oh goodness, I don't know if I can keep up with all these. Coming fast now. Oh yeah, okay. All right. Somebody says you get the smooth award. Very good.
Y'all join me.
Well, you turn your hat all the way around. All right. I think we have a clear winner.
And the winner of tonight's Golden Chicken Award is...
Tonight's Golden Chicken Award goes to Zuckerberg's AI glasses.
Everybody nominate my dancing.
Yeah, that would be a loser instead of a winner. Anyway.
You still have to live with.
Listen, guys, we thank you for your votes because, listen, there were actually more entries, but I shaved a few of them off because we needed to scale it down a little bit. But you guys are clearly not down with the human-looking robot. Didn't necessarily like the whole Tylenol story. I don't know which way you're going with that. Did not appreciate Don Lemon. And I don't know if the Rapture dude actually, I didn't see any vote for him. I may have missed one, but yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you before we go.
We're pretty involved in those AI classes.
Sandy, before you squeeze it, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do it, but I'm gonna let you know that I think I actually won. But I'm gonna let it go.
No, you definitely didn't win.
And this is what you get for your votes.
One golden chicken. That is the strangest.
One of our own Big Picture family sent that to us.
Strangest and weakest sounding chicken, but we don't care. He's our chicken, and we're keeping him.
We love you, chicken.
Deal with it.
But we love our Big Picture family more.
Love that family.
We always want to remind you that no matter what's going on in the world, no matter how bad it gets out there, you're going to get the truth here.
That's right.
And you're going to get it in love, and we're going to have fun.
And thank you for being patient with me tonight, and I love you.
I'm so proud of you, baby.
Thank you, babe.
All right, if y'all don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch the beginning. I'm not cutting it out.
Or don't.
We won't. We are certainly awake. See you next time. God bless.
Help us build the Big Picture family. We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. Go to LarryRagland.com to give a one-time gift or become a monthly partner. Any amount blesses the entire Big Picture family. While you're there, pick up our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect on social media, and get on the Big Picture mailing list at LarryRagland.com. Join us and be a part of the Big Picture family, where we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake. You're watching The Big Picture.